Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. On today's stream, I'm going to be painting some orcs from the Blood Bowl set. Hey Gata, how's it going? Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. On gotta pause that. I mean, I gotta. Orcs from the Blood Bowl set. There we go. Hey Gata, how's it going? Alrighty, let's get these orcs ready. One thing I forgot to do before I started was to set up my whip palette, but that's okay. Actually, I'm gonna use thank you for the host, Agata. I'm gonna use my Privateer Press palette paper for tonight. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off on this guy here. Gotta get my paint set up here. Might as well start with the green. I'm going to use Warpstone Glow. Oh, don't you worry, I always thin my paints. See? There's my paint straight out of the bottle. And now I'm adding, it's 1 droplet, 2, 3, 4 droplets. That should be maybe a little bit more. 5, 6, 7. It's a lot of paint, so there you go. I think that's pretty good. I loaded up a lot of that green onto the palette, so. Forgot to plug my light in. Ah! Yeah, if you put like one brush full of the color onto your palette, and you add a droplet of equal amount, then you're thinning it 1-to-1, right? If you put like 5 droplets worth of paint and 5 droplets of water, again you're thinning it 1-to-1. But if you put like 5 droplets of paint and 10 droplets of water, then it's 2-to-1, right? So by playing with those ratios, you can kind of get an idea of how much you want to thin those paints. See how the black is still showing through that green? It's because it's pretty thin. Like I thinned it down quite a bit. So I'll have to do another layer, but that's okay because multiple layers are okay. It keeps that way you kind of preserve the detail on the models. Once it dries, I'll do another layer and then. Zoe, hey Zoe, Zoe, wake up, hey, Zoe, psst. Hey, Zoe, hey girl, hey girl. Zoe was having a nightmare. Had to wake her up. See, when you use thin layers like that, it also dries pretty quickly. Oh shit, that's the mask. Not a lot of green on these orcs because a lot of their body's covered by armor. A little bit on the face here. And then back of the helmet here, you can see that there will be green. This top part here is gonna be some sort of leather armor. That's gonna be leather. That's gonna be leather. That's gonna be leather. It's not a lot of green on these. His hands will be green because he's just wearing these like gauntlet type Wolverine style gloves and whatever they're called. Got some new music for the stream today. I think I added about 15 new songs or so. Trying to see if there's any other spots here that the green would show through on this bad boy. Let's see, with his legs, it looks like he's wearing, that would be armor. I think those calf muscles would be showing there. Have you seen the Blood Bowl video game? The game on Steam? Blood Bowl 2, I should say. So now I'm going to go back over and do another layer there. It's pretty cool. It's like, you know, it's basically Blood Bowl, the miniatures game, but on the computer, so you can practice and learn the rules. Because it's not always easy to find people to play against in the miniatures one. Enough times to kind of try out different plays and moves and whatever. And I think the game was the game's like $50, but it was on sale for $12. I don't know if that sale is still going on or if it was like a Cyber Monday or whatever Black Friday deal or whatever, but it was like whatever 75% off or 80% off or something. It's pretty cool. It pretty much just mimics the miniatures game, so that's kind of why I like it. I figure it'd be a good way to learn how to play the Blood Bowl. I don't think it's one of those games that you're gonna get hooked on, to be honest. It's I think it's good for almost like a simulator to learn the rules. The game that you could get hooked on is like Guild Wars or World of Warcraft. Those kind of games. They're just so addicting. So did you install your Did you install your Deepbot yet, Agata? No, go to Steam, Agata. Go to Steam.com, or no, go to Google and type in Steam Games or whatever yeah, just type in Steam Games, and there's like, you have to go and create a Steam account, and then from there there's like a whole bunch of video games that they sell, and you search for Blood Bowl 2, and there should be a sale there. It's like 75% off right now. Green Star, how's it going? G2A, you can get the game cheaply. Yeah, it's like right now literally on Steam, or a few days ago. I'm not sure if it's still on there, but check. It's like 75% off or 80% off. I can't remember the exact number, but when you buy Blood Bowl, it actually, like the miniatures game, it comes with like a little coupon where you can get the game at 50% off, but it's actually cheaper on Steam, so. Oh, okay, cool. What? Really? The Steam sale's over? It's not 75% off anymore? Is there any discount on it right now? Or is it just full price, $50? $44.99. Oh man, that sucks. Did you how do you pronounce your name, by the way? Nexaj? Did you buy the miniatures game? Reason I asked is because on the back side of the there's one page in there, and there's like a little card. On the back side of it, there's you get a code, and you can get the game at a discount in there. I think it's like 50 or 60% off. Yeah, Steam is where I bought it, and it must have been a one day, it must have been like a Cyber Monday thing or whatever. But if that's the case, if it's at full price, Agata, then just wait until you pick up the miniatures game, and inside the box it comes with like a key, a game key, that gives you a discounted price, and I'm pretty sure it's at least 50% off. Ooh, Lizardman. I got some Lizardman for Age of Sigmar. Yeah, Lizardman would be awesome. Agata, you might want to jump on Facebook real quick and just message them to confirm that they've put one aside for you. Because I asked him to do that, and it said that they read the message, but he didn't respond yet. Like, he didn't confirm. Now, sometimes they don't confirm; they just put it aside. But just in case, send him a message. Say that. Ask him if they. Just tell him you want to confirm that they got your brother's message. Yeah, that would be really cool if they got Lizardmen in there. Paints. That reminds me, my dropper bottles should be coming in. Wait, is today Wednesday? They should have been here today. Hopefully tomorrow they'll come in. I can try transferring my paints over to the dropper bottles. The dropper bottles I got from Amazon.com. Maybe it was .ca. I think it's .com. And you just search for 15 milliliter dropper bottles. And it's like a pack of 50 was like, I don't know, 20 bucks or 30 bucks or something. Super cheap. They're like 50 cents each or something. Just make sure that they're the 15 milliliter, because you need they have like smaller ones, but you need to have enough room in there for the paint. And You don't want the 30 ones because that's too much. I'm gonna try them out and see how I like them. If I like using them, what I'm gonna do is I want to design like a little paint rack for them. Something that fits on my desk really nicely. Alright, that green's looking pretty good. What I'll do is I'm going to work on one other one while I just so this one has a chance to dry. Oh yeah, they'll be going up there for sure. Yeah, I want to design a paint rack that's like much closer to where I'm sitting. Like the one I have is pretty good, but I can't like reach. Oh, here we go. Mega Hound, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Boom. The paint rack that I have, I can't really reach it like this. I have to get up out of my chair and go find the paints. So I want to design one that maybe somehow fits in between my two monitors here and kind of gives me the ability to put the dropper bottles in there. How's it going, Mega Hound? What part of the world are you joining us from? Yeah, the Blood Bowl models are awesome, man. Especially the Orks. I mean, I already love Orks. But these ones are really, really nicely done. UK, nice. I get a lot of viewers from UK, Ireland, Australia. I guess it's because I stream so late here that I either get North American night owls or people from Europe, UK, and Australia. Well, thanks for popping by. If you haven't, Mega Hound, if you haven't done so already, if you look below the live stream, I'm running a giveaway right now. There's a banner there. You can click on it, and you can enter a draw to win a your choice of either a 2-player Malifaux starter set or a an Infinity Ariadna set or 2 starter packs from Wrath of Kings. And since you've already followed my stream, literally all you got to do is click on that banner, select which prize you'd want, click a couple of buttons, and it'll give you a bunch of tickets for free, like with all the... I think you get like 25 entries just for following my Twitch stream, so you've already done that, so just claim your tickets. And I'll be doing that draw on December 11th or earlier. Yeah, man, Infinity's awesome. I've been really thinking about diving a lot deeper into it. I've got a couple of sets from Operation Ice Storm, which comes with Pano Army and Nomads. I got them built. They're sitting in that or over that shoulder there, those glass cases behind me. I've got them built, but I haven't primed them and I haven't painted them yet. But I think I might want to get those painted up and start learning actually how to play the game, because I find it really interesting. Alright, Agata, take care. Go get your work done. We'll catch you later. Yeah, have you looked at the different factions, Mega Hound? Or I guess they call them armies in Infinity, I believe. That's always the fun part for me. Is I always, when I look at a new game, I start looking, which one would I pick? Which army would I go with? Which faction? For Infinity, for myself, I really like Nomads and Toha. I mean, all the factions have some really nice models. Like Ariadna has some really cool werewolf ones. Oh, so you're a veteran of 40k. Very nice. Yeah, I think as far as like gameplay, Infinity is definitely on the right track from the research I've done on it anyway. It all depends on what kind of player you are though, right? Like there's I think some games are more towards more geared towards players who, you know, like to play at home against their friends or whatever on a smaller scale. Other games have really embraced the whole tournament scene. Like I think War Machine really embraced the tournament scene in a big way in the last 5 years or so. And I know Infinity's doing the same. Alright, thanks for popping by, Mega Hound. Always welcome. Lurk mode is encouraged too if you're working on stuff or whatever, but you're in front of a computer and you just want to go into lurk mode, that's perfectly fine. Earn some creds while you're on stream. Hope to see you on another stream soon. Yep, lurking is good, man. That way you earn creds for, which is my online stream currency, and you can use those for giveaways in the future. Titus Damocles. Damocles. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Titus Damocles. right. Get this guy's second layer of green. Hey, Flickster, how's it going? Good morning, good morning. How's your Thursday looking so far? I'm just painting some orcs from the Blood Bowl 2 set that just came out. It's an addiction, isn't it? I love it though. I think Twitch is awesome. I was having some issues with my airbrush yesterday. I don't know if you saw. I think you were on there. I was jumped on Stofuse's stream and well, actually Kenny was here yesterday. He helped me out a little bit too. Answered some questions, and then I thought I remembered Slowfuse having a second moisture trap on his airbrush, so I jumped on his stream and asked him a couple questions, and he helped me out with some things to look into. It's like, it's so cool where you can just connect to a community where you can get direct access to, you know, people who are also in the hobby, who have more experience with things that you might not have done yet. Otherwise, it's like, I mean, I literally jumped on before that. I jumped on like Google and just started Googling, just trying to figure out, you know, the answer to my question. And it's like, it's impossible. You just get bounced around from forum to forum, and like none of the like, you know, the keywords you're typing into the search, they're not even what you're asking or whatever. It's just like, it's really hard to find answers to even the simplest questions nowadays because there's so much spam out there, and you know, people creating all these fake sites with like ads, nothing but ads. With Twitch, it's like you can just jump on, ask a couple of questions. Sometimes you get stuck on like the simplest thing. You just you don't know what you don't know, right? So even if they don't know the exact answer, but they kind of tell you where to look, or they kind of go, oh well, maybe it could be this or this or this or this. Even if they give you 5 things it could be, look into those 5 things, then at least you know what to search for, right? So I think Twitch streaming is awesome. Especially, like, I mean, it's already been proven in the video games sector, but I think in the creative side, it's gonna be really good. I've seen you on a few of the streams. I think I've seen you on Slow Fuses when you were sharing your work in progress on that Eldar. But I was in my laser room Beats lab and my internet was cutting off a little bit. So I didn't catch everything that that they were saying, but it's pretty cool. Exactly. Alright, I think that's good enough for the first 2 layers. After I do a wash, I can highlight it up again. Should I do a little bit more on this face? Yeah, what's really cool about it too is that it's not a one-way. It's not a one-way energy transfer. It's both. It kind of goes both ways. Cool, man. All right, we'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna keep painting these little orcs in the meantime. Probably work on the armor next. Yeah, and it goes both ways. Like I was saying, it's like when I used to do videos, I'd make the video, but sometimes you kind of feel like, you know, you're helping people on the other end, but you don't really get any of the energy back. But on a live stream, it kind of goes both ways. You get just as inspired by your viewers as the other way around. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the green. Yep, back to painting orcs. These are different though. Blood Bowl orcs. They look a little bit more mean. A little bit more armored. I don't think I'll ever get bored of painting orcs. They're so much fun. I just needed a little bit of a break. Alright. Now, I gotta do yellow. And Keyline Prime is the master of painting yellow, and he says that I think it's Averland Sunset, that's the base that he uses. Caliban green. Always Caliban green. Always Caliban green. Alright. Trying to find a conversion chart for let's see here. Averland Sunset. No, wait. Averland Sunset is Lyandon Dark Sun. Do I have that? Nope. Damn it. Thought I had a good base for my yellows. Alright, let me gather up all my yellows, because I want to do these shoulders yellow. So these are my yellow layers. And then I've got some of these Rotting Flesh. Eandon Dark Sun. Oh, this is it. Averland Sunset. Okay, it's this one. No. They didn't stop making Averland Sunset. This is... I was trying to find out the old name of Averland Sunset. And it's Eandon Dark Sun. Because this is an old foundation paint. You know, they used to call them foundation paints. Now they're called base. Right? But... I don't have Averland Sunset, the new one. I thought I did, but I don't. But I know I had this old one. I just couldn't remember what it was called. So, but now I know. It's this one. It's Eandon Dark Sun. I was converting the other way around. I was converting from the new name to the old one. Because I didn't... I couldn't remember what it was, which one of them it was. But I could have sworn that I already bought the Averland Sunset as well, the new one. But maybe I didn't. Going to have to add that to my list. Thraka Green. Is that a new one? Or is that the old color? Because I know that name, but I can't remember if that's an old one or a new one. Bealtan Green. Scarsnick. Bealtan. Narlock Green. You know what's funny is I don't even think I have Caliban green, because I think I gave it to my nephew because he's got the he's got Dark Angels, and he was over at my place painting, and I let him borrow that green, and then he was going home and he was gonna paint a little bit home, and I'm like, here, dude, just take it. I don't need it. So that's 2 colors I gotta add to my list. Okay, so yeah, it's for the, it was definitely for the Dark Angels cause. It was a legit donation of a Caliban green. Oh yeah, that cover's really nice. Thank you, Keyline Prime. Look, Ma, I can paint yellow. Good old technology, yeah? It's like, just freaking do what I'm trying to get you to do. Don't try to figure out what I'm trying to do and do that instead. Blood for the Blood God. That's a cool color. That's a cool paint. It's actually kind of creepy because it looks kind of like blood. Like it has same kind of consistency as blood. Yeah, one day, like, not too distant future, we'll be telling, like, young people about when we were younger we had to deal with autocorrect. And they'll be like, what? You mean it was typing the wrong freaking words when you were trying to type shit? That's crazy. Son of a... I got a little bit of yellow on the green. Oh well, easy to fix. I need to pick up the Caliban ASAP. I actually think I will. I'm going to heading out to my local store hopefully this Friday. If they call me to let me know that my Tyranid Swarm came in. I ordered it in and they said it should be coming in on Friday. So assuming that it's in on Friday, I'll be heading down there. And while I'm there, I'll pick up some paints. And I'll probably put Caliban on my list. It's actually kind of interesting how many people on my stream are into Dark Angels. Quite a few people like Dark Angels. So I'll just buy the Caliban Green and I'll have it on stream sitting like in the corner. Just because I know that Dark Angels players will like get hooked on that. As soon as they see it, they'll be like, ooh, Caliban Green, I like this stream. Green Star, 1500 creds. There you go. Earn those creds. Let's see where we're at here. Are the creds shared between different tabletop stream teams? No. We each have our own currency on stream. So you can earn, if you're watching my stream, you're earning creds. If you're watching like a Gata stream, you're earning gold. And the reason for that is because we're all going to be doing giveaways. So like we each want to have, we don't want to just have one giveaway on one stream. We want to have giveaways on all the streams. And we usually don't stream at the same time. So depending on what time you're tuning in, you can be earning currency on, you know, one of our streams, or if we are streaming simultaneously, you can have two windows open and earn creds on both. And then you can have essentially double the chances of winning. Like if I'm doing a giveaway and Agata's doing a giveaway, you can use her currency for her giveaway, my currency for mine. But you're not, like if I'm doing a giveaway and you're using the creds, you're not losing your creds on her stream. Or her currency is, well, her currency is gold, so you're not losing golds. We thought about combining them, but it's honestly a pain in the butt, and it doesn't really benefit the viewers, because with 4 streams, 4 giveaways, you have 4 times the chance of winning. But if we just kind of combine them and did one giveaway on one stream, I don't know. I think the more giveaways, the better. So earlier on the stream, we actually figured out that Steam is no longer running a sale on the Blood Bowl video game because they're running a sale. But you can still get a coupon if you buy the actual miniatures game. There's a card in there, and I think it's 50% off. You get like a key code, and you can get 50% off the video game. You only see two of us? Yeah, we stream at different times. We have different schedules. I'm usually the late night streamer. Well, late night my time. Like right now it's almost 1 a.m. in the morning here. This is really the only time I can actually stream. The other guys usually stream a little bit earlier. Like Jabil streams usually in the early evenings our time here. Okay, I think the rest of the armor plates, I'm going to leave them. I'm going to make them silver. So I'm just going to highlight the front, the back, and the two shoulder pads with yellow. Wait, what? There's a Dark Angels Blood Bowl team coming out? Like, you mean a box set from, Do you mean a box set from GW, or like one that you kind of just put together with your own minis and make up your own team stats and stuff? How do I fix it? I just painted whatever color it's supposed to be. Like, there's a few spots here that I got a little bit of yellow on this Ork's skin where he's green. So later on I'll just come back with the green and just touch it up. Wouldn't it mix the colors? Well, no, sorry. I mean, I wait for it to dry first. I'll show you in a second. Like, where is it? Oh, there's a good example right there. See that little yellow brush stroke? There, you can see it there. See that little yellow brush stroke on his upper arm? On his shoulder? That's not supposed to be there. Right? But I'll just wait until that yellow is fully dry. And then I'll come back and I'll paint it with green later on. Well, I mean, because I'm painting with really light watered down, like thinned down paint, it doesn't take long to dry. Like, that's already dry right now. And I just happen to have a little bit of green on my palette. right now, so here, I'll just grab a little bit of green. And I'll show you, I'll just kind of go back over it. There you go, fixed. Now, if that yellow was still wet, if that paint hadn't dried fully, which usually happens if your paint is pretty thick, then yeah, it would definitely. Here's another dot, and if you can see it right there. So I'll just go over that and fix it up again. Like that. You found that Ushbanti bone shows under the Caliban I painted over it. Okay, so you had Caliban green, then you accidentally painted a little bit of Ushbanti bone, then you painted Caliban over top of that again, but now that Ushbanti is kind of showing through. Is that what you mean? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, besides just doing a few more layers, I don't know if there's anything you can do about that. Like these little fix-ups that I'm doing, the yellow does show up a little bit underneath here, but because they're small enough, you don't really see it, and they're kind of tucked in and you don't really notice them. One thing you might try is because is Caliban a layer? It's a layer, right? I'm pretty sure Caliban is a layer. You might want to do a base color first underneath it. Like, let's see, what's a green base here? That's let's see, do I even have a green base? Narlock green was the old name for it. What is the new one? Narlock green. Let's take a look. Anybody know what the name of the new green base color is? Narlock green is Lauren Forest. Oh, that's interesting. They're calling this one a layer color, but before it was a foundation, which means this is probably a base. Like you could do a base color underneath it, because base colors have more pigment, right? And then go over it with Caliban green again. But again, it all depends on how big the area is, and if it's just like a small little tiny thing, then probably not a big deal. Oh, Caliban is a base, okay. Then it should be covering it. I don't really paint a lot with Caliban green, so I'm not sure, but maybe it's like yellow, it doesn't cover it that well. Damn it! I got yellow on it again. That's awesome, man. It's always it always feels good when you work really hard on a model and it turns out really nice. If you have some, share some pics, man. Like your latest pics of it. Okay, cool, man. Ah! Sometimes these orcs don't like to be held for too long, so they just like attack your hand and you end up dropping the model. I swear to God, I have like... I swear I've deleted this song like 6 times already. I don't understand how it keeps coming back. Alright, that's it. Open file location. See, he won't let me go in there. I don't get it. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I feel good every time I paint. Never mind every time I improve. I just kind of set the bar really low for myself, and if I paint, I feel good about it. Because I know that every time I paint, I get a little bit better. Even if I make mistakes and mess up. Still getting at least some practice. Because you're learning, like even if you paint a model and it doesn't turn out, you try something and it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out, you just learned what not to do, which sometimes is, well, not sometimes, but a lot of times that's the biggest part of learning, is learning all the different ways of not doing something. Kind of like inventing the light bulb. I kind of look at it, if I paint the model, even if it doesn't turn out, I still learn something. Call it a budget nid. Good old Orkies. One cool thing about Blood Bowl and Orks is that, like, there's only 12 in the set. Like, they're the same, I guess. Well, not really points value, because I guess in Blood Bowl it's like whatever money. But you paint the same amount of models as humans or any other team because they play the same number of models. So you don't have to paint like, you know, 100 orcs. Like in 40k, you're painting like 100 orcs for every like 10 space marines or whatever it is. The ratio is just so high because they're so low value in points. But in Blood Bowl, it's like 12 orcs, 12 humans. So I don't have to paint like a billion of them. Real Shadow, 19,830 credits. Holy crap. Somebody's positioning themselves to win the next giveaway. Chucky Tat! Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Well, to be fair, though, Space Marines do have big guns and, you know, and their power armor, chain swords, all kinds of tech, whereas these humans, I mean, come on, it's a human with like just a tiny little bit of padding. What the heck is that gonna do against an orc? Yeah, I changed the follow GIF. I gotta change my whatever it's called, what is that thing called? Whatever the color that's invisible, because I think I have it set to a color that's not good background, so that GIF is not really showing through. It's supposed to be an orc, but half of it is invisible. Sous Chef, auto host, thank you. He's probably sleeping, but still appreciate the auto host. Yes, it is. I just have to change the transparency color so you guys can experience the full orkiness of it. Son of a... Actually, nope. Not too bad. I just got yellow all over his helmet, but I just realized it doesn't matter because I haven't painted the helmet yet. I'm going to be painting that silver anyway, so it makes no diff. No big deal. No big deal at all. Just a happy little mistake. Chat dead? I don't know. You mean it's broken? Or you just mean that nobody's talking right now? Oh, you know what? I had that in the other window. Seems to be working now, but sometimes people just don't talk because we got characters like Flickster who's watching at home. He's pretty much just in lurk mode and working away on his projects, earning his creds so he can win giveaways and get his Wrath of Kings werewolves. Alright, I think I'm pretty good on that. On those layers of yellow. I'll switch over to fix up a couple spots that I screwed up here. Looks good. Do I want your address for when you win? Sure, send it over. Hey, if you hang out long enough, I'm sure you will win. If you guys can think of any cool ways to get at least like 25 people on the stream, like I'm not talking about the like opening up 25 windows and pretending like there's 25 people, but actually, let's see, who do we have on right now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So besides myself, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 live people online. If we can get up to like 25 people, if you guys know any cool ways of getting some friends or whoever to join the stream and tune in and start watching, that'll definitely trigger another giveaway. And I don't just mean for this stream, but whenever I stream, if you guys have any other, if you know any like pages on Facebook or groups or something that you're a part of, or anywhere you can get people to come to the stream and hang out, I can the more people I can get on, the more giveaways, or the more often I can do a giveaway. $15 accounts. Hey, if you can do like 15 accounts, split your personality, and actually chat. Well, they don't necessarily have to. All of them have to chat, but I prefer real people. But if you want to run 15 accounts, go for it, man. All right. Start creating characters in your mind. Have like a whole write up for each one, so you can like make them all realistic. Start sharing pictures with me, like from each one. That would be hilarious. You're online, you're like pretending to be like 15 different people. Everyone's got their own like pictures that you're sharing. Like, oh, check it out. Look, I painted Dark Angels. Oh, check it out. I painted some Nids. At the end, it turns out I've only got like one viewer. It's all just Shadow. Shadow and his 14 other personalities. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the pants next, and I'll do the leather next. Give myself intentional schizophrenia. That would be cool. Yeah, no shit. The Caliban Green gave him away, right? The Tyranids are Caliban Green. Blood Angels, they're Caliban Green. Everything's Caliban Green. Wait a minute. Are you Leonis? Because Leonis' stuff is all Caliban Green too. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. That would be funny. Do you guys use a wet palette when you're painting? Yeah, and then you pull this like elaborate scam to win the giveaway, and then you pick like whatever Wrath of Kings Werewolves or something for your prize, and then I send it out to you. When you get the box, you open it up, and all it is 12 or 15 bottles of Caliban Green with a little note that says "Nice try, buddy." That would be funny. And you'd be happy with it too, because you're like, yes, I got more Caliban Green. Work. Who needs work? All right. They just open up the box. They open up the box and all it is just Caliban Green. They're like, what the hell? What in the heck is this? That would be pretty funny. They would think I've gone insane. Be like, yo, that tabletop gamer dude, he's crazy, man. I want a giveaway. He said he's gonna send me some Infinity models. Instead, I got 15 bottles of Caliban Green. I think the dude's losing it, man. Caliban Green Air. That's the GW airbrush paints, right? Is that what you're referring to? Caliban Green. Well, GW had the they had those airbrush paints. So I'm assuming if it's Caliban Green Air, that must be one of their airbrush paint thingies, which I believe are just regular Citadel colors, but watered down, pre-watered down, and in a slightly bigger bottle, I think. But I think the color is the same. If that's what you're, if that's what he has, unless he's got some other thing. Orks. So Jabil from Tabletop Gamer Crew picked up a copy of Blood Bowl, and my sister just placed Agata just placed an order for a set for herself as well. So we'll have at least 3 out of 4 of us with a set, so we can start playing once we get our models all up and running. A picture of these wolves? Are you referring to the ones from Wrath of Kings? If so, just hit down on scroll down and click on the link in my description there for my store. Look for like a little picture that says Tabletop Store, and then click on when you're on my store at the top. There's a menu option for Wrath of Kings, and then you'll see the I can look it up for you in a second here, but if you're while I'm painting here, if you want to go ahead, just click on the store and go into Wrath of Kings at the top, and then I think they're the Goritsi faction, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Nasir? I think it's Goritsi. I think on the left-hand menu there is all the different factions. I think from there you just select Goritsi. I'll dig it up for you in a second here, but just want to get this brown painted before it dries up for me here. But you can't really paint werewolves with Caliban green. That would just look weird. Were you able to find it? I think so. The Goritsi, I think Goritsi are the ones that have the wolves in them. There's a Goritsi starter. There's also like a specialty box, which has, I think it has just the wolves. Like that starter set comes, I think, with something like 25 26 models, I think. I think 12 of them or something like that are wolves. But you can get one that's just the wolves. It's like a specialty box or something. It's also there on the store. Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. I think they look pretty cool too, man. I ended up picking the Technos, which is the piggies, as my army for Wrath of Kings, but if it wasn't for those, I would have definitely picked the werewolves. We'll see what, when I do my giveaway on December 11th, I'm curious what the winner is going to pick, whether they'll pick Infinity, Malifaux, or Wrath of Kings, and which, if they do pick Wrath of Kings, which starters they're going to pick. But if they don't pick the that Goritsi starter, I might do a giveaway for that one on stream. But a lot of people like the They like the wolves, so I think that would be a good giveaway. Maybe I should do I could even split out that box and do like multiple giveaways, because I think there's like 12 werewolves in there, and some of them are duplicates. I think it's like 6 and 6 or something. Yeah, they have some really interesting models. Have you ever seen Dark Age, or have you played Dark Age? Or heard of the game Dark Age? Miniatures game, I mean. Oh, you've only done 40k, okay. Yeah, if you... I was just gonna say, if you've seen Dark Age advertised anywhere, whatever, the... I think it's the same artist they have now doing Dark Age. Cool mini or not. Hands off his Goritzi! Dude, I wouldn't leave Shadow alone on the stream, man. He cannot be trusted. Next thing you know, he's gonna be running off with the Goritzi, painting them Caliban green. You gonna paint them on stream? Some of these spots are pretty hard to get into once you've assembled the models. Phone's crapping out. It's probably shadow jamming your signal, dude. I haven't seen Ferrero Rocher online yet, but too bad I'm eating a chocolate. You forgot how it split it? 50-50? Wait, what? For what? Are you talking about the Goritsi box that I was thinking about maybe splitting it up for a giveaway? Alright. Time to pull out good old... Where's my lead belcher? Lead belcher. Oh, you guys are going to be splitting it. Are you guys doing like some kind of backhand dealing behind the scenes? Are you buying creds off of him? Flickster? Like, dude, hook me up with some creds. No, what I was saying is, when I do the draw on December 11th or earlier, I don't know who the winner is going to be, and I don't know what they're going to pick. But, like, let's say they picked Infinity, and they don't pick the Wrath of Kings Goritsi box. I was thinking of maybe using that box as a future giveaway, like an on-stream giveaway. and maybe splitting it up into like, because I think there's like 30 models in there, so we could probably do, I could do 2 or 3 giveaways, you know, like 10 models each or something. Hey Honk, how's it going? Yeah man, we're painting Blood Bowl. Orks. At least that's what I'm doing. Shadow and Flickster are doing some sort of back-end dealing behind the scenes of working out some special deals for creds. They're trying to win the Greetsy starter set from War Machine. Wrath of Kings. $20,000 creds, nice. Watch, Flickster's gonna donate $21. He's gonna get 21,000 creds. He'd be like, "You were saying?" I have not played the game, but I bought the video game, which, from my understanding, has the same rules. Or at least very similar. And I played one game of that, and I got my butt kicked by the computer. But part of that is because I just had no clue what the heck I was doing. And I couldn't figure it out. I kept getting a turnover every turn. Like, I'd do, like, go to move one guy, and I get a turnover. I'm like, what the hell is this turnover crap? The computer would, like, move 15 of their models, or whatever, 12 models. Get everything into position. And then it'd be my turn, and then I'd do like one move. And it'd be like, turnover. Like, what the hell? What am I doing wrong? I guess it helps if you actually read the rules and know how to play the game. You don't just dive right in. Yeah, the Greetsy are, you know, that's a, somebody could pick those on the Gleam giveaway. But if they don't, then I might do a giveaway on stream for those. And then Shadow will have, you know, 20,000 creds to spend on tickets for that. So I definitely have to play the game a little bit more. I got it installed on my computer. I was even thinking about maybe streaming it one of these days. Try to figure out how to actually play the damn thing. Yeah, like, you have to... I still don't really understand exactly what the heck I was doing wrong, but I think you're supposed to do all your, like, really low risk moves first. Just really basic moving things around the board. You do those first, and then you do your... Then you start doing a little bit more risky moves that have a a chance of failing on a particular roll. And what I was doing is I was starting with the risky moves. I was like, oh well, let's try this first and see how that goes, and then we'll move the rest of the models. And then as soon as you fail on one roll on the risky move, it's a turnover, and you lose your entire turn for the rest of the like, that turn is done. You're gone, and then the computer comes in, and the computer knows what they're doing. So they're like, oh, okay, well, gets all the models into place, moves them around the board, and then at the end they do their their risky movie, their blitz, or whatever it is that they going for it, or whatever that thing is called. So I think that's what I was doing wrong. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that you have to start off with your just basic moves that, like, there's zero chance of failure, like literally just moving the model, whatever their move value is, where you don't have to do any dice rolls. And then at the end you do your moves that require, that have a chance of failing. At least I think that's what I was doing wrong, but I haven't had that was like after a stream. It was like 3:30 in the morning. I was super tired and my brain wasn't really working, so I was like, oh, whatever, I'm going to bed. I'll try this another time. And I haven't had time to go back and try it out again. Okay, cool, so I think I understand it now. I mean, that's a pretty cool that's a pretty cool aspect of the game. Like, once you understand it, I think that's pretty cool that you can, like, one false move and you lose your entire turn. That's actually kind of cool. It's not just like, back and forth. Everyone moves their models, move all your models, switch turns, move all your models, switch turns. It's just that when you don't understand that's what's happening, and the computer's kicking your butt, it gets frustrating. You're like, what am I doing wrong? So Hong, have you been playing on the computer too, or just in real life, or both, or? It sounds like you know what you're doing. You have a stream schedule now? Very cool. Is it like a pretty set in stone type of schedule, or more flexible? Jake328, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. That scared the crap out of me, actually. Just out of nowhere. Boom! I was deep in concentration on painting this orc. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom! Really loud in my headphones. Yeah, man, sleep when you're dead, right? Who needs sleep? I only wish there was more night owls on. Because I stream so late, it's like everyone else is sleeping. All the normal people in Canada and US are sleeping. What?
But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed.
No. You're not from Canada though, right? I'm saying Canadians. I wish I had more like North Americans. So we had some nice, 20 or 30 people in here. I think in order for me to reach that card, I'd have to stream a lot earlier. But then I would be missing you guys, so that kind of sucks. Like Slow Fuse and those guys. You're in Texas? What? Why the hell did I think you're overseas? That's weird, man. I totally thought you're from like UK or something. And I know you've told me this before. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay, well then there you go. You're a fellow night owl. Yeah, so you're definitely not normal. You're like me, man. You're a weirdo. Like, who the hell stays up till 4 in the morning, right? Normal people don't do that. It's funny, when I first started streaming, I started getting people on my stream, and I started getting confused, like, where is this person from? So I started making like a list, just handwritten list, like this person from here plays 40k and has this army, whatever. And then I got to like I think 15 people, and then I totally lost track because it's just like, holy crap. It's hard to like for people that just come on once or twice. It's hard to remember. I find if people are streaming and I go and watch their streams for a while, then I kind of put a face to the name, and I know who they are. Then it's easier to remember. All right, so that's pretty much done. Just gonna do another layer of yellow on that. What time is it? 2:10. Yeah, same here. I tend to have their streams on while I'm working on stuff. I go into lurk mode like Flickster. Yep, time zones are weird. I've always been a night person though, a night owl. Dude, you're a machine. What is this music? It's a mixture of random music that I've got that's royalty free. Yeah, I upload all my videos to YouTube. And if I use just regular music, I get slapped with a copyright claim on YouTube. And if I use any kind of copyrighted music on Twitch, they mute my stream, like for my video on demand videos. As soon as you play a commercial song, it just mutes out the entire stream. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I'm especially a zombie in the mornings. Like, I literally don't wake up until, I wake up at lunch. Usually, my stomach and stuff starts to wake up around lunch, and it's like, I get hungry. Alright, what's for lunch? And once I go through lunch, I'm good. I hate breakfast. Breakfast is the worst meal of the day. Yeah, toast is about the only thing I can eat in the morning. Like really bland stuff. I don't get how people eat like a big breakfast and enjoy it. It's like, ugh.
We can shine in a cloud, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the cloud.
Mind you, I guess if I was waking up at like 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning like some people do, then by the time like 8 or 9 rolls around and they're eating breakfast, it's not such a... That's kind of like my lunchtime. So I guess maybe then it's not so bad. Oh, you do that too? Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Your stomach wakes up, you get hungry, and you're like, okay, well, lunch is in about an hour. But I can't wait for lunch. Right? So then you have kind of like a half lunch, half breakfast type thing. But then there's lunch after that too.
We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight.
Yep. The hell am I supposed to do with ingredients? The hell do I keep buying ingredients for? Can't make shit with ingredients. Flour. Okay, what the hell am I gonna make with flour? The fuck? That is totally true, man. It's like, okay, flour, we got fucking rice. You go in the freezer, it's like, okay, well, I got like all kinds of shit in here, but it's all like raw ingredients. We got chicken breast, chicken thighs, frozen. And it's like, what the hell am I supposed to make with that? I don't have time for this. Yep. You start going through your freezer, pulling out stuff and looking at the instructions and reading the times. Like, what's this one? 450 degrees for 45 minutes. 45 minutes? Screw that. It's way too long. Pull out the next one. Ooh, this one's only 25 minutes. Okay, I can wait. It's not microwave, it's not lunch, eh? I don't really like cooking in the microwave, but I do use it for reheating. Like leftovers and stuff. And then there's like a... There's like certain foods that you can easily microwave, like reheat them in the microwave, and it tastes really good. Like almost the same as, you know, the night that you ate it first. You know, like doesn't taste like leftovers, just tastes pretty good. And there's other foods that just do not reheat at all. Like they suck. Yep. Yeah, if you get a clam grill, like a, well, yeah, I guess the George Foreman, that's basically something like that. I have one. I don't have that brand, but I have a different one, and I used to make like you can make chicken breasts on that. Super easy. Just put some spices on it, throw it on the grill. Cooks it so fast. Yeah, key lime doing exotic Pop-Tarts. I had no idea. I don't think I've... You know what? Honestly, I think I've had a Pop-Tart once in my entire life. I never buy them. Are they good? I think the last time I had one was like 10 years ago, 20 years ago maybe? Like long time ago. I just never buy them. I have to try them. I don't even know why I don't buy them. I just never did. All right. What's your favorite flavor of Pop-Tarts? What's good? Dip in toast and chocolate milk. I don't really drink chocolate milk anymore. I used to a lot, but I don't really drink it anymore. Chocolate fudge Pop-Tarts or berry mix? I'll have to pick some up and try them out. Maybe they have like a variety pack or something. I can try a few different flavors. Come on, cat. What the hell are you doing? No idea what my cat's doing. Yeah, I used to be addicted to chocolate milk. Like, Nestle Quick. And milk. Man, that was crazy. I used to drink so much of that. Then I just got like really sick and tired of it. No, dude, if you were... your gimmick would be milk and then just add like green food coloring to it and drink green milk. Caliban green milk on your stream. Is it Nesquik or Nestle Quick? I don't know. I can't remember now. It's been a while since I've had it. Yeah, man, just milk and green food coloring. It wouldn't taste bad, it would just taste like milk. Because I don't think food coloring has any flavor. I just don't know if that much food coloring, if you drink that all the time, I don't know if that's bad for you. Son of a... Oh, I got it. Is that like super loud for you guys? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like, just something weird about food coloring. I know it's flavorless, but I don't know if it's harmless. I mean, if you eat like a cupcake or something or whatever, and there's a little bit here and there, I don't think it makes a big difference. But if you were to like be drinking it every day in your milk, I don't know. Caliban mud water, yep. Yeah, you probably don't want to call it Caliban green, because then GW might sue you. Or trademark infringement or something. But Caliban mud water would probably be okay. Your room's spinning, dude. Think it's time to call it a night and get some sleep? I'm actually going to be wrapping it up here soon anyways. Just going to finish up this yellow here. Been on for 3 hours, just over 3 hours. I got these orcs pretty far into the paint process. I gotta do some washes tomorrow, I guess. Tough it out. Yeah, man. When it's time to sleep, I hit the sack. And I don't care how close it is to morning. Alright, brush is cleaned. There we go, boys. This is where I got to with the orcs for today. Got the base colors done. Green on the skin, brown on the leather, and then I did yellow and silver for the metal plated armors. Shit, that yellow's running over there. Let's see if I can soak that up real quick. Sleep through your alarms. My alarm clock is my dog's. They come up to my bed and first thing in the morning. Yeah, I work from home as well. So in the mornings, my dogs wake me up. Shit. Shouldn't have done that. I hate waking up to an alarm clock. Yeah, I work from home. I'm like way more productive when I work from home. I've worked both at an office and at home. Various different jobs. Different businesses I've ran and stuff like that, and I'm so much more productive at home. All right, there we go. Some bright orcs, bright yellow. Make sure these are all closed until I get my dropper bottles. Hate when the paints dry up. Maybe I should use these piggies as a team. That'd be kind of cool. Make a Blood Bowl team out of the pigs. Dude, that's a good idea. I think I might even have 12 of them. Piggy Blood Bowl. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up. If you want to check your creds, see where you're at. Yeah, I could use like the orc rules for them or something. There we go, 20,310. All about the gleam. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out, chatting, keeping things fun and interesting while I paint these orkies. Here's my other orkies. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Take care.